they may move slow, and even slower than those having justice brought to them are the ones prescribed to deliver justice to the innocent. What am I talking about? Who am I speaking of? Richard Cordray, of course! And this one is hot off the press. I couldn't wait till tomorrow. Well, I could have, but what's the fun in that? The problem with Richard Cordray is firing him may move slow because the wheels of justice through the courts and the PHH case could drag on forever. And it's good to know that those soon to be in charge are doing more than begging their favorite musicians to play a song or two at the inauguration tomorrow night, because that ain't working out. So what have they been doing? Well, this beautiful little piece of work titled Unsafe at Any Bureaucracy. You know, as opposed to the other report titled Safe at Any Bureaucracy that was sent out. Oh yeah, they never did that one. So what's in it? It's a three-part series, a trilogy you might say. Part 1 showed the CFPB's Equal Credit Opportunity Act, ECOA, enforcement actions against indirect auto financers, that would be Ally, shows through internal CFPB documents that the CFPB's ECOA actions against auto financers, Ally, were knowingly premised on legal suspect theory and a fundamentally flawed statistical methodology for estimating the race of borrowers. In short, they freaking got this one wrong, and we have been talking about it a lot. Oh, and by the way, that one alone is a fireable offense. Part 2, their Empire Strikes Back moment, shows using internal CFPB documents once again that the CFPB's theory of liability for the auto financiers cannot meet the legal test for disparate impact because, as we said before, their information was knowingly flawed. But you know how it goes sometimes? The narrative is more important than the truth. That's scary. Which, by the way, is also a fireable offense. And their Part 3 Return of the Jedi moment, hot off the press, just happened today, revealed potential legal deficiencies in the issuance of the CFPB's major rule authorizing it to supervise the larger participants of the auto lending market. They didn't do their due diligence, guys. They just plowed through on this thing. Because if they did their job, the previous enforcements would not have met judicial scrutiny. They would have never got to this point in the first place. So in short, when it comes to Ally and ECOA, the CFPB failed the first time, they failed the second time, and once again, yes, they failed the third time. So these are 3 fireable offenses right now that the House Financial Services Committee has, and they've got this all before Trump can say, yes, I will enforce the Constitution of the United States of America. Hey, can you quit throwing rotten fruit at my head? I'm sorry, it's going to be crazy on Friday. But Jeb, the head honcho over at the House Financial Services Committee, I think he said it best when he said, once again, we see the CFPB is a dangerously out of control, unconstitutional, and unaccountable bureaucracy. It is a case study in the overreach and pathologies of the regulatory state run amok. The Bureau routinely abuses and exceeds its authority, robs consumer of their economic freedoms, increases consumer costs, and often attempts to hide information from the public. That is not a government of the people, by the people, for the people, now is it? So you know where I stand on this thing, guys. The CFPB right now, they just need to go in its current form. Consumer finance, great idea. CFPB, rotten tomatoes. But these actions right now that are taking place before the election goes through are intended to remove Richard Cordray, the director of the CFPB, with cause in the event that the CFPB case takes too long or decides to go sideways. This lets me know that there are those in Congress right now that smell blood and are acting accordingly.